My name is Cassie. I'd like to tell you about my little brother, Jesse, and a special school he goes to. Jesse is very cute. He has brown hair like me with blue eyes and a great smile. He loves to be tickled and gives big messy kisses. But Jesse is also really different from me and from most kids because he has autism. Even though he is 8 years old, he doesn't read or write or even understand how to play games. He can't talk much, and I know it makes my parents sad that he doesn't even say mommy or daddy. I used to think there was no one else like Jesse, but I was wrong. There are lots of kids with autism. They have to work really hard to learn things that came easy to me. Jesse is lucky because he is learning as much as he can at an extra special place called the Victory School.
I'll never forget the day that we were given the diagnosis of autism for Jesse. Now we knew what the problem was, but we still didn't know what caused it, and even worse, how to cure it. We were just given advice to seek treatment and, a few hints along the way, and we are on our own. So we started.
So we tried programs at school for 3 years and never found anything that we felt was doing the right thing for Jesse, and we ultimately decided to try a one-to-one in-home therapy program.
We knew the one-to-one was what they needed, but one-to-one within someone's home is almost impossible to continue, so we decided to start a school that had the one-to-one, but in a school setting so that the kids are not isolated. They're in a classroom, they're with other children, they can play, the teachers can get motivated from each other, there's safety, there's security, and we were lucky because we had a lot of really terrific friends who became our board members and our donors and our supporters and have remained so. We started the school in June of 2000 with 4 kids, and now 2.5 years later we have about 20 kids.
I joined the staff of the Victory School in April 2001. At that point in time, the school was using a more traditional ABA discrete trial approach, and we brought the verbal behavior approach to the Victory School as instituted and recommended by Sundberg and Partington. It includes a number of teaching strategies that approximate the way language occurs in the natural environment, rather than teaching language in a sort of artificial way that does not resemble the way it occurs in day-to-day activities. We've incorporated errorless teaching, fast-paced instruction, interspersing tasks, and a number of other teaching techniques in an ABA-style format that we are very pleased with the progress of the children with respect to using these techniques, particularly with respect to spontaneous expressive language. We have children from the ages of 3 to 10, we have children who are signers, and children who are vocal. And both the signers and the vocal children have greatly improved in their spontaneous expressive language. And this is because the teaching of that skill is a very specific part of their program. And we are extraordinarily pleased with the progress of the children.
Frankie has been at the Victory School since day one, and he loves it here. Our family is really pleased with the progress that he has made. But we noticed that his words were not coming quickly enough, so the school agreed to teach him sign language. And we are so thrilled with it. His temper tantrums and his frustration have gone down, and now he can communicate with us. My family and I thank you.
We design each child's program to fit his or her individual needs. We also provide dance therapy, music therapy, sports, group activities, and even more that we feel that the kids will need to have in their everyday life. We do a lot of social interaction with other students in the JCC, which we're located. We also have a one-to-one student-teacher ratio. I feel that we've grown in the last couple of years. I've been here since the school was started, and I feel that I've grown with the school, and the school has also grown. I've had the privilege in working in both public, private schools and some home settings, and I feel that we put all of them together here at the Victory School in a very unique way.
Jesse and his friends at the Victory School have their own teacher all day. I don't know if I would like that, but he sure seems to. That's probably because his teacher gives him hugs and tickles, and they are all really nice. There is even a special coach who comes to the school to teach fun stuff like rollerblading, bike riding, and ball games. That's important because those are activities our family can do together.
Hi, my son Philip He's been a problem at home in the past, behavior, and frankly, since we've been coming to this school, things have been getting a lot better. It appears that this education is a great help to us. Now with this McDonald Foundation, allowing the coach to come and work with the boys and girls, with the skates and the fun toys that most kids play with, they're playing with now. And it's really nice because now, as a family, we can roller skate and do things we could never do in the past. And I'm very hopeful for the future, which frankly, for a long time I couldn't say that. So thank you for everybody in this school.
Okay, I'm a coach, and I believe these children have a great capacity to learn any skills. If you have the patience as a coach, as a teacher, and the skills, these children will be able to learn any sports. Also, they'll be able to share with their families. They'll be able to go to the park, they'll be able to go to a swimming pool, they'll be able to go to a beach and be able to swim and have fun. And that's what makes me very happy. All the kids here, they know how to ride a bicycle, they know how to rollerblade, they know how to swim, and now they're learning different sports, soccer, they're going to play basketball, and those little activities will give the opportunity to them to share with their families.
It's an enormous responsibility to work with our special kids, but it also gives me the opportunity to make a difference in a child's life, and I love that. And although they can be tough to work with at times, when you know that a child gets it, when they finally understand the rhythm of a dance or the meaning of a word or a sign, you become energized and you feed off of that, and it just keeps you going.
Logan's classroom is called Stepping Stones here at the Victory School. It's a classroom for children that are called high-functioning autistic. It provides them with not only a good nurturing environment for learning, but it teaches them social skills as well. Logan has learned how to play, how to be a good partner in games, how to make friends. It's taught him the social skills that he needs to go out and mainstream into a quote-unquote regular school environment. He needed the one-on-one, and he also needed the opportunity to grow, and the Victory School has provided him with both.
I know my parents worry a lot about Jesse and other kids at the Victory School. I asked my mom if Jesse would ever start talking, and she said she didn't know. Maybe when he has something really important to say. She tried to be funny, but I know she's really sad. Still, she says Jesse is learning to talk and do sign language. You never know. Maybe someday he'll move into the Stepping Stones class and then into a regular school. Dad says the Victory School gives Jesse and all the kids their best chance. It costs a lot to run though because there are so many teachers and special needs to take care of. My mom says we are lucky because there are so many nice people who care about children like Jesse and help because it is really important that they get this chance.
Our son Eric loved coming to the Victory School. The scholarship assistance we received made it possible for us to attend the Victory School. I know we have many generous people to thank for the opportunity.
The staff here quickly became like family. Unfortunately, Eric's health took him from us all too quickly. We are fortunate that Eric had the opportunity to come to school here. It's a very special place.
I'm really glad Jesse and his friends have the Victory School. I know he likes to go there because even on Saturdays and Sundays, he puts on his school uniform and tries to get in my mom's car. That makes my mom crazy, but it also makes her happy because it wasn't easy finding the right place for him. It makes me happy too because I love my silly little brother.
And like one of my favorite movies, Build It and They Will Come, and they did. And now we have 20 children at the school. We have 20 teachers. We have a classroom director. We have a professional consultant and a teacher's aide, and administrative director. We also have 35 children currently on our waiting list.
And the school started a couple of years ago with just 4 kids. And this kind of growth has really only been due to the amazing help, the generosity, and also the just great advice and assistance that we've gotten from unbelievable people on our board of directors and in the community. We couldn't have done it without them, and we can't continue to do it without them, and even more.
And we thank everyone who's helped to date, and hope to have many more to help us in the future.
Goodbye to your partner. Bye. Say bye, Becky. Bye. Bye. Can you shake their hand? Bye.
We started the school in June of 2000 with 4 kids, and now 2.5 years later we have about 20 kids.
You took my line.
What? I thought that was it.
No,
oh, you're
I have the
right. Oh, I'm
kids.
sorry, that was your line. You could say that.
What do we do now? Can we keep going? Because it doesn't make any sense for us to go with the build it when they will come after you said
so
how
that
many
was,
kids
but you
there
didn't
were.
say that. Okay. This is supposed to be
No,
yours,
that's
right?
your line. That's your line, just to say that the school
I'm supposed to say that?
opened with a professional consultant, an administrative director, and a head teacher. And we've come a long way. What's so funny?
You know what you said, like my favorite movie, if you build it, they will come. That's not the name of the
Oh,
movie.
yeah.
It's your favorite line from a movie.
Okay.
Like a line from one of your favorite
So let me
movies.
do that over. And like one of the lines from one of my favorite movies, "Build it, they will come." We started the school.
Said it wrong again.
From one of the lines from one of my favorite movies.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry, you're right. Okay.
And like one of my favorite lines from a movie, "Build it, if they build it, they will."
Okay.
And
like the movie line, just like this.
Okay.
Yeah. And like the movie line.
And like the movie line, if you build it, they will come. We now have 20 children, 20 teachers, an executive director, a classroom assistant, and a professional consultant. And we have 35 children on our waiting list.
There's a lot of kids out there that we could help.